Hi, everyone. My name is Smriti P and I am a mentor with Magic. I am also a former mentee, and I am currently a software engineer at Google. I am really excited to be interviewing Malky and her mentor, Leah, today. First off, congratulations. We just had the final presentations, and Malky, you did a wonderful job presenting, and great work to both of you for this session. Let's start off with some introductions. Malky, please introduce yourself.
My name is Malky M. A ninth grader at SKA, and I've always sort of had like an interest in like the STEM field. So I decided to go into Magic as like just like an outlet for it and like as like a fun extracurricular.
Thank you. Leah?
Sure. So I'm Leah. I am currently a software engineer at a company called Kepler Group. And Malky's project was on machine learning, which I have a lot less experience with, but it was a great opportunity for me to learn.
Yeah, very cool. Actually, Malky, can you summarize your project in a couple sentences?
Okay. My project is a machine learning algorithm that uses sort of item futures and attributes it to the final sales of a product. So if I were to like give an example, it'd be like, hey, this pretzels and these bags of chips are like the same weight, or like they're in the same area, and both of these have a certain amount of sales. So maybe like the weight is attributed to the final sales.
Very interesting. And I'm so impressed that you're approaching such topics, in ninth grade. And from the presentation, I encourage everyone who's watching this to go back and watch the presentation as Malky walks us through that whole process and understanding of regression models and things like that, which I actually work in machine learning as a full-time engineer now. And it's, you were talking like an expert. So very cool stuff. Was this your first experience with ML?
Yeah.
Was there anything surprising as you went through the process? Did you have any expectations?
Like if I had to say, it was definitely like a lot, like it was a lot to like wrap my head around, because like it's just like so much like new information. Like you have to sort of, to get into it, like you have to sort of like really like actually understand it. Like some things like in math, like okay, like I don't fully understand it, but as long as I have the formula and I have the numbers, I can do it. Like this is completely different. Like I have to be able to completely like understand and like be able to put it into my work if I were to use like a sheet like that.
Right, right. Well, congratulations to you both for getting to that point. How did you narrow down the topic that you wanted to do this in?
So I've always really been interested in like marketing and like all that type of stuff. Like, oh, like if this demographic likes this, and like they might also like this. So at first we were gonna do the product on like consumer data, like, oh, like this bag of pretzels, like this many consumers are boys and this many are girls. But then we realized that data is a lot harder to get. So we decided to sort of like swerve a little bit, and we went more into item futures and like that type of thing. So we looked on Kaggle and we got data sets, and yeah, that just always stemmed from like an interest in marketing.
Very cool. And it must be, this is a very cool tool also. If you end up going into marketing or whatever it is down the line, you have all these tech toolkit to work with.
Yeah.
Leah, you mentioned it was, you're not as familiar with ML. What was the experience, learning with and mentoring Malky on this?
Yes, definitely, I guess, challenging in the sense that we were a lot of the times learning together. So I'd be like, I think we need to do this, and we'd kind of look it up together and find the answers together. And then maybe I try to explain it to her and realize that I'm falling short because I didn't understand it myself, and kind of just iterating on that. But I guess, like I said, it was a great learning experience for me, especially I think machine learning is around us and becoming so more and more. So I think it was good to kind of get an understanding of that.
Yeah, very cool. And I think I've also been in that position of not knowing something completely or just learning with my mentee, and often have found that it's a very symbiotic relationship too. It helps your mentee to see how you learn and to gain different perspectives and ways of learning and ways of getting over challenges. So It's a very cool experience for both of you, I think. Malky, were there any challenges that you faced throughout this?
Definitely like it was sort of got like hard, especially because we started midway through the year. Like definitely devoting a lot of my time to magic. Like that was something like I started had to get used to. But I feel like I adjusted that pretty well. And also like again, like it's like a completely new topic. Like I've never really done anything in like this sort of thing. So it was like completely new. Like all like the sort of STEM projects I've done in like the past, like there were like a few like I guess like there were a few programs, but definitely nothing like this, like machine learning, like full on, you know?
Everything new. Yeah. Well, I am so impressed with what you both have done. So, Malky, the final question for you. Now you've finished the program, you've graduated, you're a mentee alum. Do you have any words of wisdom or advice for new incoming mentees?
Probably like it seems like a lot, but like you sort of like get over it and you're like, that really was not as hard as I was making it out to be. Cause like at the end of the day, like my program, like as hard as like it was and like spending like hours of my week every night, like it's like 35 lines of code. Like it wasn't impossible to do.
Yeah, but there's also so much behind the scenes that went into those final 35 lines, I'm so
Yeah.
sure. Awesome. Well, I really enjoyed talking with you both. Thank you for the interview and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.